Morning, folks. Just wanted to wish Tara and Jeff good luck today. You guys will both be fine. Just remember, each case, set the agenda, get your papers squared away, read the dynamic, and you will be fine. Unfortunately, Mary, you got to sit with me another week, but that's your disadvantage. All right, guys, good luck.
So Mr. Kirsch. How do you juggle all these things? What's your motivation?
It was always a question of doing what had to be done. I love this stuff. I had a couple hundred kids yesterday playing in championship games. I got food for them. I like doing that. It makes them feel good. It provides a good experience. But at the same time, someone, the former president of the league, passed away tragically a couple of years ago. There was no one to do it. And again, I just decided to do it because the league needed someone to do it. It's a responsibility that everyone has to make sure things, whether it's personal, professional, communal, academic, whatever it is, if there's a void, something needs to be done. I do think that people in general should figure out what their skill set is, figure out what their interests are, and step up and do whatever they need to do.
So how many of these have you read so far?
None. Absolutely none. We use Westlaw and Lexis now. They're all online. We don't open up the books anymore.
This is just for looks.
Yeah.
Books for looks.
Yeah.
These are the Little League trophies, right? I really want to coach kids, honestly, I swear. But I don't know any sport well enough to do that. This is a crazy painting. Shout out, Capitán. Do you have any haters?
Meaning?
People that try to put you down.
You're not going to like my answer. I don't know. I have people who don't like me.
Okay, fine.
But I don't know what their motives are.
Okay.
I don't know why they don't like me. Do they like me because they feel threatened, because they're envious, because they see a certain quality in me that rubs them the wrong way? Is it a personality issue? I have no idea.
But you ignore it? That's your way of dealing with it?
I try to ignore it. I try to disengage from it as much as I can. I'll only argue and fight when I see there's a point to it. Once I realize that it is nothing other than a personal, vendetta, attack. At that point, I'm completely. It's like I let go of the rope. The tug of war is over. I let go of the rope. Person falls down. I'm done. They can get up, scream, yell, can do whatever they want, but they can't do anything else because I'm not engaging them.
I was thinking I can lie down on the couch to make it more casual. Can I do that while facing you? So what are your thoughts on regret?
Oh. Wow. I think that's a insidious emotion. Looking back, learning from something, if I had to do that again, I wouldn't do this for these reasons. That's learning. That's learning. That's experience. That's not regret.
Yeah.
Serious regret, I think, will literally give you a life. Disappointment you can live with. Regret you can't.
Oh, this is not a book. Books for looks.
So good leaders, really, or best leaders, I think, really, are people who are willing to do whatever has to be done, but they want to do it with people that they can trust, that they can rely on, that they respect, so that you can completely let go and go, all right, fine, you handle this, I'll handle this, we handle this, and then you just sort of manage and organize and coalesce and bring everything together. So be prepared to work harder than anybody else. Get the job done. Good leader will look at everyone's personality, their skill set, and they'll say, you're best utilized here, you're best utilized there. Getting your finger on that, understanding that, recognizing that. A leader has to do that. They've got to know what their tools are. You've got to have people you admire, you trust, you respect. There's nothing worse than someone who's unreliable. As smart as they might be, as hardworking as they might be, if they're not reliable, you can't use them. And I'm telling you, if you can legitimately and accurately assess everyone's skill set, what they're good at, where they belong, reliability comes.
Long day. Whether you're a judge, a court attorney, there's an enormous amount of work you've done. Huge number of cases. And the truth is that in lower court, sometimes you actually feel like you make a bigger difference in someone's life than in Supreme Court. So many people that come here, lower level things, petty larceny, misdemeanor possession of drugs, smoking weed, driving with a suspended license, driving while impaired or intoxicated. And I'm not suggesting that they're not serious, and I'm not suggesting that they're good things, but most of these people, it's going to affect their lives significantly, but at the same time, you want to try to make sure, I know it's hard to say that we're in the customer service business because it's a criminal court, but you do want to make sure that people feel that they've been heard, they've been taken seriously, they've been listened to. And there's certain things you just don't want to do. You don't want to just put somebody in. You don't want to do those things. It's not what really we're here to do. But at the same time, it is a certain responsibility and a power that you have. And it's really no different than, I think, leadership in general. My former judge, first one that I worked for, asked me one day when I was his court attorney, he said, "What do you think the most powerful thing about being a judge is?" And I said, "I'm guessing that you're not going to tell me sentencing someone to, many years in prison." He said, "You're right." He said, "It's knowing when not to use it."
There are too many bricks in the walls. There are too many sheep. Too many sheep in this world.
Would you prefer that you had too many leaders? I might have the power to do something, but knowing not to do it and not to use it is probably more powerful than anything else. When a leader has the ability to do something, make some type of order, give some type of delegation, and demand that something get done, they have to be absolutely certain it's the right thing, it's a necessary thing. They can only do that if they're dispassionate, if their only focus, their only goal is what's best for the organization, for the plan, for the event, whatever it is. When they become passionate, they become an advocate, they become involved. When push comes to shove, that power is when you have to make a decision. You know you have to make the decision, and you know people aren't going to like it. You know it's not popular, but you've looked at everything, you've reviewed everything, you've considered everything, you're dispassionate, unattached, details, whatever you want to call it. And you know you're making the right decision. You have to make it. Knowing full well that it might explode and not work out, and you're still willing to do it anyway, that's the leader.
You better work harder than anybody else.